Hey, it's Spencer. I want to talk to you today about fertilizing bananas. So this is going to be our special mix that we make for our bananas here specifically. We have a lot of micro deficiencies that we have to deal with. So, you know, here's a couple bananas. So we need to pump them up as much as possible, make them nice and strong so they can beat banana bunchy top virus, so they can beat weevils, and so they can pass their deficiencies. So right here, this banana is about to flower. So I'm going to go over to our shed and I'll show you what our mix is. All right, so here's our mix. We're going to be working with a 1/4 cup first. So we're going to have a 1/4 cup of the ammonium sulfate, 1/4 cup of the sulfate potash, and then we're going to move on to our teaspoon. So we're going to add a teaspoon of borax, and then we're going to add some dolomite. This one is their Ag 10. We're going to be adding a cup of that. And then we're going to be adding a cup of Nutri-rich. This one here, the pellets. And then we're going to be adding a 1/2 cup of our tree mix. And I don't even know what this tree mix is right now. It's probably azomite, it's probably dolomite, it's probably shrimp or crab meal, it's probably alfalfa, and that's probably about it. So that's kind of dependent on what the store has available. And then I'll just mix that up and we put that out when we plant trees and stuff. So that's just a nice blend. So yeah, we'll show the scoops. And what we're doing is we're filling one of these containers. So we've got a lot of random containers here for each banana. So I'm gonna do, you know, fill one of these. This whole thing will go to one banana. So this is gonna be the mix right here. So yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna do one of that. One of that. And then we're doing our borax. It's 1 teaspoon. Coming down to the dolomite. We're doing 1 cup. We're gonna add 1 cup of Nutri-rich and a 1/2 cup of our tree mix. And then we're gonna go and throw that on each banana. I also forgot to mention that I do have some palm ash here. So that's a real nice little product. So you can use that in substitution of the other potash. So yeah, take some of that. Throw it in. I guess let's just throw it on this one right here. Just come over here. Throw it around that. And then we like to come and water it in. That way it's not so easy for the ducks to come and pick up. And then we'll mulch over that ideally. So you can just, you know, get some nice stuff over it. Good enough. And then that'll be a slow release, and we'll do that pretty much every 3 to 6 months. There's one final thing I forgot to mention. That is that this mix here is specifically for our micronutrient deficiencies. That mix goes out every 3 to 6 months, and then we fertilize ideally monthly or at least every other month with just Nutri-rich chicken manure. So that's also part of the protocol. So doing that pumps up the bananas, but you really got to feed them that manure to get them to do their thing. And what we'll do is like 3 to 4 cups a month, or you can do, you know, a larger thing every other month or every 3 months. But you really got to give them that manure. so the final things that I want to say is that this protocol is super specific for our place because of our soils and because of what is lacking in our soils. So I wouldn't necessarily follow this procedure if you're not out here. So yeah, and then the other thing is that bananas are extremely hungry. So the more you feed them, the happier they are, the bigger racks they're gonna make. And also you cannot over fertilize a banana. So in this site, we're not able to grow giant racks of bananas, but in another site, if you have a little bit more moisture, a little bit more water, you can grow big banana racks. We've grown our biggest rack off of this plant. It was 125 pounds. So this plant wants to make giant racks. This plant here consistently was making, or I mean that cultivar there was consistently making 90-pound racks. So these bananas are extremely productive, they're extremely prolific, they're extremely vigorous, but they do have their problems. So as long as we can mitigate their problems, then we can allow them to flourish. And this is the reason that we love these bananas so much, is because they produce so much food for us. They're so beautiful. They are some of these bananas literally spontaneously mutated here, so they are from here. So it's really special to be able to work with these genetics. So as much as you can, pump them up. I'm always propagating my bananas too. We've got videos talking about how I grow them as annuals, and that's part of the reason to do that is to stay ahead of the pests, but also to continue to propagate these endangered genetics. So if you want to get some bananas, you know, you can reach out to me. I always got bananas available. You know, it comes in waves. Basically for me, bananas are boom and bust because of the way we grow them. We'll get a ton of plants, we'll get a nice harvest, and then we have no bananas for a while. That's why almost all of our bananas are more or less the same age. We only have one rack out right now. It's just kind of the way that it goes the way that we're growing things. So thanks for watching. Fertilize your plants, fertilize your bananas, pump them up. You know, the more food you give them, the more food they're going to give you. And what I've noticed is pound for pound, the amount of manure you throw at them, they'll throw bananas back at you. So this plant is worth giving as much as you can to it because it will give back to you. All right, so thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, you know, it helps boost our channel. And yeah, fertilize your plants, stay on top of it. Consistency is key. All right, thanks for watching.